Hi guys, we shall take one more problem on properties of system in terms of impulse response. So let impulse response h of n is equal to n times 1 by 2 power n u of n. Okay, so solution, we shall check for memoryless. What is the condition for a system to be memoryless? Its impulse response h of n should be 0 for n not equal to 0. Is this happening in this impulse response? This impulse response samples are varying from where to where, since we have unit u of n here. So this h of n is varying from 0 to infinity, and the amplitudes we don't have to worry because we'll see that later. But this impulse response is varying from 0 to infinity, right? Since we have amplitude at n not equal to 0, so therefore system is not memoryless. Okay, so basically if the impulse response is something like this, at n equal to 0, if I have an amplitude a, an impulse, then only system is memoryless. Otherwise system has memory. That is the meaning actually. So I just got it out. Next is causal. What is the condition for a system to be causal? Its impulse response h of n should be 0 for n less than 0, right? Do we have amplitudes in the negative value of n? No, right? So because this h of n is starting from 0, samples are starting from 0 and ends at infinity, so there are no samples in negative values of n, therefore system is causal. Fine. And what about stability? So what is the condition for a system to be stable? Its impulse response should be absolutely summable. In the sense, if you sum up all the samples of h of n, you should get a finite number. Okay, we shall evaluate this. So summation n varying from this sequence is starting from where? 0 to infinity, right? Why? Because I have unit step function. And from 0 to infinity, what is the h of n we have? It is n times 1 by 2 power n, and u of n is 1 for n varying from 0 to infinity. Okay, now we have a standard result, summation n varying from 0 to infinity n into alpha power n is alpha divided by 1 minus alpha whole square. So if I apply this standard result here, what do I get? N into alpha power n into alpha power n, and this I can apply this standard result only if magnitude of alpha is less than 1. Since magnitude of alpha is 1 by 2, so I can apply this standard result. So what do I get? Alpha divided by 1 minus alpha whole square. What is the value of alpha? It is 1 by 2 divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 whole square. Okay, so this evaluates to 2, which is less than infinity, therefore system is stable. So we'll take up one more problem. H of n is equal to 4 power minus n u of 2 minus n. We don't have to worry how does this sequence looks like, but we need to know this sequence samples are varying from where to where. Okay, so in order to do that, I mean, which sequence tells that this sequence is varying from where to where? That is told by this, right? U of 2 minus 1. But what about u of 2 minus 1? How does u of 2 minus 1 looks like? So u of 2 minus n, this is not in the standard form. I have to bring it in the standard form, which is u of minus n plus 2. Standard form in the sense, first parameter should be always independent variable. Here independent variable is n, so I bought it in terms of independent variable. Okay, now this involves precedence rule. If this involves precedence rule, what should I do? Take an intermediate signal v of n and perform the shifting operation, which is u of n plus 2. So u of n plus 2. Okay, so u of n plus 2 is u of n shifted left 2 time, right? So it is minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, dot dot dot. It goes on forever, right? Now next you have to perform the time scaling operation on intermediate signal, which is v of minus n, right? So if this is v of n, what is v of minus n? The mirror image of this flips here. So it is starting from minus 2, though here it will start from 2, right? So 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, dot dot dot. So 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and it goes on forever. This is n, its subroot is 1. Fine. So therefore the sequence h of n varying from minus infinity till 2. Okay, so what do you, now we'll come back to our properties. So memoryless. So is this system memoryless? What is the condition for a system to be memoryless? Its h of n should be 0 for n not equal to 0, but I have amplitude for n not equal to 0, so this system is not memoryless. So what about causal? What is the condition for a system to be causal? H of n is equal to 0 for n less than 0, but I have amplitude for n less than 0, so system is non-causal. So I can, the thing is, no, I can tell whether the system is memoryless or causal by looking at the impulse response varying from where to where. Okay, if I know the impulse response is varying from where to where, I can say whether the system is memoryless or system is causal. We don't have to worry what is the value of those samples, individual samples. Fine. But to check for stability, we have to know the exact value. We'll see that. Okay, so what about stability? Is the system stable? What is the condition? Summation n varying from minus infinity to infinity, h of n should be absolutely summable. If I sum up the samples, it should end up with finite value. Okay, now so summation, this sequence is varying from where to where? N varying from minus infinity till where? 2. So from minus infinity to 2, what is the amplitude? It is 4 power minus n. And anyhow, u of 2 minus n, this is u of 2 minus n. This is nothing but u of minus n plus 2 is nothing but u of 2 minus n, right? So anyhow, this u of 2 minus n is 1 everywhere. It is just 1 for n varying from minus infinity to 2. Okay, now I can interchanging summation limit, comma, what do we have? So summation, I have minus infinity to 2, but what I'll do is 2 to n equal to minus infinity. Okay, and without any consequence I can do that, because if I sum it up from here to here, or if I sum it from left to right or right to left, I should get the same number, right? The sum of value should be same, no? So I can interchange the summation limit. Okay, first thing is, I don't want this to be minus infinity, I want this to be plus infinity. Okay, because I want to bring it to a standard form. So how do we do that? Put n is equal to minus n. So in the above summation, in this above equation, wherever n is there, I will be replacing it by minus n. Why am I doing this? Because I want this to be plus infinity. Okay, so what do I get? Summation minus n is equal to 2 to minus n is equal to minus infinity 4 power n. Okay, here also I need to change n to minus n. Now what happens? This minus goes to other side, this minus cancels out. So what do I end up? So summation n varying from minus 2 to infinity 4 power n. Now from this step itself, you can say this will actually sum up to infinity, but still we'll simplify this. So I want this lower limit to be 0. So what do we do? Take this minus 2 to the other side and equate it to a dummy variable, right? So n plus 2 is equal to m. So from this, what is n? N is equal to m minus 2. So from the above summation, I am replacing wherever n is there to m minus 2. So summation m minus 2 is equal to minus 2 to m minus 2 is equal to infinity 4 power m minus 2. Okay, so what happens? This minus 2 goes to the other side, this minus 2 goes to the other side, this ends up with m is equal to 0 to infinity 4 power m into 4 power minus 2. Fine, this is a constant, I can take it out, so I'll write it here. So 4 power minus 2 is a constant, I will take it out. So summation m varying from 0 to infinity 4 power m. Fine. So what is your claim? Is this absolutely summable? Anyhow, 4 power minus 2 is a constant. This is fine. This constant is multiplied with infinite values of some integers, which is 4 power 0 is 1 plus 4 power 1 is 4 plus 4 square plus 4 cube for 4 power 4 plus 4 power 5 dot 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 up to 4 power infinity. If you sum it up these numbers, what do I get? I end up this with an infinite value. Okay, so therefore this system is unstable. I hope it is convincing.